Hi there, Mr. Sutton here with the Pre-Cal Honors 7-2 Extra Practice Number 1 solutions on classifying conic sections. For this one, we notice that there are two squared variables here, and one of them is negative. Since we have one negative squared term, this could only be a hyperbola. On this problem, we notice that we have two squared terms, both of which are positive. So that means this could either be a circle or an ellipse. And since if you expand these out, the a and the b, the coefficients of x squared and y squared, are the same number, they're both 1 in this case, that means that this must be a circle. For this one, we've got one negative squared term, so that's going to end up being a hyperbola. For this problem, we have two squared terms, both of which are the same sign, both positive, so that means that's a circle or an ellipse. And if you expand these out, you'll see that the coefficients of x squared and y squared, a and b, are the same. So this is a circle. For this problem, we only have one squared term. So this is going to give us a parabola. On this problem, we have two squared terms, both of which have the same sign. So that means we have a circle or an ellipse. And since we have different a and b values, we have 1/30th versus 1/40th, that means since these are not the same, we have an ellipse. For this problem, we have a and b with the same sign, so both positive, and that means we have either a circle or an ellipse. Since a and b are different numbers, that means we have an ellipse. On this problem, we've got a single squared term. We have this non-squared term here. Since we have only one squared variable, this could only be a parabola. On this problem, a and b are both positive, so that means we have either a circle or an ellipse. And since a and b are the same number, 1 in this case, that means we've got a circle. For this problem, we notice that we have two squared variables, and one of them is negative. Only one is negative. They have opposite signs. So this then has to be a hyperbola. On this problem, the key thing to notice is that there's only one squared variable, so this must be a parabola. On this problem, we have two squared variables, both of which are positive, so this is either a circle or an ellipse. Since a and b, the coefficients of x and y squared, are both the same number, they're both 1 in this case, that means we must have a circle. On this problem, I notice we only have one squared variable, so that right away tells us we have a parabola. On this problem, we have two squared variables, both of which are positive, so we either have a circle or an ellipse, and since they both have the same coefficient, 1 and 1, that means that we must have a circle.